So welcome to this first video on the tutorial series for rookies in our Discord community. In this tutorial I will go over the scout and how you can properly scout, because I feel like scouting is a big issue for the beginning players. Well, it really shouldn't be that difficult to start off with if you just know about a couple of small and smart tricks. So if I start my game, you have the ctrl key, which is for the idle scout. So if you send it away, Ctrl won't do anything, but if it stands still, it will automatically jump onto your scout. That is how I used to scout as a beginner. And then people taught me about the control groups, which are actually very easy. What I personally do is I select my scout, I just press the control key and then the 1. What happens then if I go to a random point in the map and I press 1, it will select my scout. If I double click on 1, it will automatically jump to my scout. So that's very nice. So I can say this, and I could go to my command center, and then I want like, hey scout, you're doing this stuff here, and you press 1 and it will go here. And now what you can see is it has nicely scouted this, and it really only cost me like 3 inputs, so to say. So with just such a simple trick, you can really explore a lot of the map. Now if I go to the command center and bring my scout over there, which you can see in the minimap it will do, then we have nicely scouted some stuff. Of course, this one trick, just selecting it also works by just right clicking on different points in the map. Like you can see, it's just moving around, which is nice. It's just a bit better than going all the way your own, so you can even explore more. The last trick which you have for the scout besides the control groups is if you go on hold shift and you right click, you can see there's an anchor point. If I do it again and again, and then I release the shift key and right click, what you will see is that the scout will actually go to the anchor points one by one, and then it will stop moving. Now why this is essential is because that way you can more accurately position your scout to which parts of the map you want to be explored. And maybe even more important about that anchor point, I'm not too sure where it's going to right now. Oh, it's the place where I last clicked, of course. So let's say you want to do that, but you're at your command center and you don't really want to move around this entire map. What you can also do is simply do it on the minimap. So we can right click here, right click here, right click here, and right click here. Release the shift key, right click again, and what you will see is that the scout will nicely follow the path that I just mapped out on the minimap. So this is very helpful on maps which I've often commentated on, which has a lot of nerves, and you're like, hey, my opponent might have, or there are probably random nerves scattered around the map and I need to find them as quickly as possible, but of course I also want to maintain my worker production. Then these tricks will really help out, because you only need to shift right click on a couple of dots on the map, and you suddenly will find a lot of relevant information to work on with your workers. So this was scouting, and for the next one I will of course do the little tricks about the constant worker production. I hope it was helpful, and I hope the future tutorials will also help you improve your gameplay quite drastically.